Y'all, happy Saturday Morning Live, Season 2, Episode 48! Yay! What's going on, everyone? I just, was plugging up my, Too fast. Too fast, bro. I was just plugging up my extra, things. Let's see what happens here. Hold on. Forgot to put my thing in. Okay, let's try this real quick. There. Okay, so yeah, there we go. All right, let me go back. Sorry about that. I was just having to test to make sure that thing was working. How is everybody? I hope everybody in the U.S. anyway had a good Thanksgiving. We did not do anything. Our Thanksgiving is actually tonight, so yes, make sure and hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Chris Capoon, for saying that. Yeah, you got your stickers. Yay! We're about to have a mass mailing out, and today I'm going to choose a few people off of a list to receive extra special something. The list is already in place. I'm just going to have to go refer to it here in just a minute. Going back to the beginning, Access, what's up? Good morning, Jeff Moss. Access in the house first. Jeff Moss, what's up if you're still here? Everybody, if you're still here. If not, hey. Rune, good morning. Let's get deep fried turkey. Yeah, we're having turkey breast. So Kim's not into turkey really, but she's gonna cook me mainly a turkey breast, so I can have the traditional little Thanksgiving. And I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get sliced ham this year, so I'm gonna wait a few days until Honey Baked Ham, which is a place that sells spiral sliced ham. They sell it by the pound. I'm gonna wait a few days until they restock with some fresh stuff and go by there and get a couple of pounds of sliced ham just so I can do ham sandwiches. Ronald, what is up to you? Good morning to you. Oh, Lock Force light. We gotta turn the Lock Force light on. I know y'all are screaming it back there. Lock Force assemble! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got you. It's just staying one color, isn't it, y'all? Okay, I thought I had you. Let's strobe it. That's a little too fast. Let's fade it. Yeah, I like the fade. I like the fade the best. Let's see, who else is here? Night Owl, what is up with you? Good morning. G Key Man, or good midday to you actually. G Key Man, what's up? I saw you got your stickers and LPP's live where he was messing around with that A series lock. And I actually went back right beforehand and fast forwarded and saw that he got it mostly together. He just didn't have the key for it. So what's up, Hop Skippity? Good morning to you. May have a customer, but maybe not. What is up, BI detector? Let's see. Yeah, I do. Hey.
Howdy.
What can we help you with?
Alrighty. I'm not sure what all y'all do. I see what y'all got in lock technology. I got a house that I'm wanting maybe a combination keypad thing to get in. It's a duplex is what it is. One exterior door, and then the inside got the two separate doors once you get in. So the exterior door I want something where I can just do the code. They can do the code to get into the first door.
Do you want to be able to access it remotely and change codes remotely, stuff like that?
I don't have to. I don't get too fancy.
What's on the door now?
Right now it's just a key.
Deadbolt and a door lock?
No, both is on there, but the bottom part don't lock. Just the deadbolt is on there.
So they've been locking and unlocking the deadbolt?
Yeah, well I just bought it, so
and it's a regular round deadbolt that's separate from the handle?
Yeah.
Okay. Schlage is the best on the market for the residential scene if you're wanting that, and their Sense and Touch models both have different capabilities. as far as being able to change the codes and all that. Or you can put
I like to be able to change the code. What it is, Airbnb,
right.
and so different people
Yeah,
at
you're
different
gonna-
times.
you're
So I
gonna-
like to be able to change it.
Yeah, either the Yale or the Schlage Sense Touch. The Sense or the Touch, one of the two is like a Wi-Fi enabled, but the Yale is also a pretty good brand.
Okay. And what we talking prices and range? Type
Yeah,
stuff?
most of those people just buy and we can put them in for you because they're kind of one price all over the internet.
Yeah,
I think
different
they
price.
start at a couple of $100.
Okay.
If you were wanting the non-connected, no Wi-Fi enabled, just plain push button lock, those are about $175.
Yeah.
But when you add in the Wi-Fi capabilities and all that, it goes up from there. So the service charge to come out at 60, and then if you were just switching out a deadbolt and putting that in, depending on the door circumstances, can run between 50 and 70
Okay.
for programming and getting it all going. And
Okay. All right.
so really, I'd probably look at. I'm not too fond of the Yale because sometimes they want to have a door sensor mechanism. I don't think because I don't do a lot of the programming. That's a lot of end user stuff. But I would look at the Yale.
Now, something like I'm looking at here. What's this?
Those are commercial grade.
Yeah, I can see it's pretty heavy.
Yeah,
Heavy
those
stuff.
start at like $800.
Okay.
Even for the plain mechanical push button style. That's more for like IT rooms and hospitals and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
There are,
But they have residential. Cause that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking, something like that, but residential.
yeah, the
They got
Schlage Sense, I think somebody put one in recently. And those, I think, started about a couple of $100 retail.
Okay.
But this time of the year, you can also probably find deals and stuff. I don't know what they have this
Is it
year
more
on.
traditional big box stores,
Uh-huh.
like Home Depot, Lowe's.
Yeah, they dropped the prices down to nothing. So,
Okay. And you said you can install it for 60, 75.
Metro
somewhere.
Jackson to come out 60, and then between 50 and 75 to put it in,
Okay.
and get it programmed and show you how to. As far as what I can do without being in the app, you'd have to put that on your phone
Okay.
and kind of figure that out yourself. But
All right. I'm just trying to see what else you got in here. I'm trying to fancy up my front of the house a little bit.
is it a older house?
Yeah, it's a probably 1940s right down the street. 1940s, and so I'm painting it. And
So the door handle part of it, is it one of
it's
those old
brass. It's on them old ones, old
push?
brass.
Yeah, the old push button on the outside. You thumb it to get in from the outside.
Well, actually, it don't even have a thumb. It's just a knob that you turn. But it's the old brass one, and I'm gonna leave it because it's old. So that it's not really. It don't lock.
Right.
It's just for
Just the open and close.
And then it has the bolt lock at
Right.
the top.
Yeah.
And it got the old.
The
I guess
Yale.
that's old doorbell. with
That
it.
Yale electronic one, a lot of my alarm guys put those in,
Mhm.
or I put them in for them. I go out and install them a lot, and I've had a lot of customers put them in, and they've all seemed pleased with the end result.
Right.
That Yale model's just a little round oval deadbolt. Now it doesn't have a key bypass, so that's a problem where if you're an out-of-state Airbnb person, I mean, you're going to have to make sure those batteries are good, because if that's the only way into the duplex, then if it dies, they're going to be locked out. So that's something to take into
Gotta
consideration.
have that key override.
Yeah, then I would go with one of the Schlage models instead of the Yale.
Schlage.
Schlage, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you
Okay.
educating me on.
Yeah, you can probably
Yeah.
find really good deals. Usually during Black Friday's time of the year and holidays, they're, for gift giving and stuff, they usually mark that stuff down to literally where it's not worth the trouble for me to even try to bother selling it, because it's so cheap. They can buy it cheaper than we can buy it, so,
Right.
or sell it cheaper. So, yeah, but I would look at the Schlage. It's either the Sense or the Touch, and each one has kind of two different versions or way it works, but the most popular ones you can usually find at Home Depot or
Okay.
any.
All right. Well, what about this technology? You might know why you sell them or whatever. Like on the Airbnbs, you put the key there, and right now you use a traditional, I guess, box to put a combination.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then they got to open it and get the key out of
Yeah.
it electronically. Is there some of those things that you might sell, that you know of? Where you can kind of push the buttons and run the right combination.
Yes, we have. access to more of there are some electronic models that are available for that. I'd have to check on what really is available.
Okay.
But do you have let me write your email address down and I can email you.
You would put line the numbers up.
Yeah, and
Push
you
the
got to
button
pull the little
to-
thing down. Yeah, there are a few electronic models. I mean, they're they won 150 something like that.
Yeah.
But
I'll pay you extra for that.
I can send you some email on it
Okay.
Monday. I'll get a chance to look through some stuff and make sure that some of the stuff is still. We don't sell a whole lot of that because most people just go to the smart locks instead.
Right.
And of course Amazon and stuff like that. But yeah, there are some models I can send you an email about and take a look at them.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Yes, I was just kind of eyeballing the chat there, and yeah, there is the main Yale model that's popular is no key override style. So yeah, he never put one of those on that August lock. Yeah, that's another choice. Those things are so ugly. But the good thing about them, honestly, is you can use your existing deadbolt. So if you've already got a nice deadbolt, it doesn't change that. But of course, they're just so ugly on the inside. I have to take a sip of my Mississippi cold drip. I don't like doing that after I put hand sanitizer on my hands, though, because it really... Hold on. Where was I in the chat? Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. It's my thing. Yeah, my thing's working over there. Great. Blind Picker, what's up? Gumby. James Randolph. Who else? Who else is here? LPP, what's up? I saw you got your thing together. Wes, what's up? Thought you were going to be gone today. Wes in the house. Dang it, Wes. Okay, I want to go a moment of silence for the table. The strikes we dropped this week. Oh, yes, the beginning screen. Where is that? Is it still up? It is still up. It may be frozen, though. I didn't even really look at that. I didn't even really look at that view. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. That screen may be frozen, though. Guess it doesn't much matter, right? Why is this doing this thing? Okay, there we go. Fred, what's up? Dana Reed, what's up? Dusty Knuckles. Keith Herring, what's going on? I am having a good Saturday so far. It was busy as heck yesterday. I came up here to work thinking it would not be that busy, and it was. It was crazy busy. What is up, Ed Keel? And Chris Capoon, yes, saw you. Watchworks, what's up? We do have some administrative tasks we have to take care of real quick. Wes and your turkey. Oh my gosh. Bart Simpson, what's going on? Peter Fox got your stickers. Sweet. Sweet. Pete Woodfine, what's going on with you? I got a glare on my screen. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I like the Schlage the best, but I put in a lot of those Yales. Who are you talking to? Hop Skippity? Me or somebody else? Oh, and yeah, the residential Yale stuff just sucks. Do they even sell the? I think they primarily kind of did away with that, and went just to their electronic market. Quickset Halo a few days ago. I have a nose itchy. I have seen those, but as with anything Quickset, I just don't like it. In fact, I took apart one of those Baldwin Quicksets the other day because the smart key jammed up when I tried rekeying it. Smart key rekeying it. and I had to take it apart, and I noticed something, and I thought of something. It was like one of those light bulb moments where the light bulb pops up in your head. But the it used to be a cylinder in the housing. Now they're just putting the smart key cylinder held in with that same little wire clip into the body. So like a bell puller, or even anything to physically retract that cylinder, and I'm almost willing to bet that yes, it would damage the cylinder and it would make it hard to get out. But if you took something similar to like one of the quickset tool removals, the old kind that popped the face off, which I didn't like because it broke the tabs, but I was sitting there thinking if you could make a version of that, I think pulling that smart key cylinder straight out would, like, those little thin metal spring legs. I just wonder what the force was required. I bet it wouldn't take much to pop that off. I don't know how I got off on that tangent. But oh god, just all those things are just junk now. And people are like, my beautiful handle set, and I'm just sitting here looking at it going, yeah, it's not even pretty to me. I don't know why. This is just but yeah, it sounds like that guy needs to get a key override model and then put him just a mechanical master lock box. A master lock box. Because if he puts an electronic one on there, then he's got to change the batteries for that too. I wouldn't want Alexa opening my door. So no, I argue way too much with Google. And we'll be in mid-conversation and Google will say something over here. I would not do that at all. That's crazy. Them dang computers just messing stuff up. Miss your dang computer. What's up, Ed? Oh, you're from Gaucher. Or Gaudier. Using a Wise lock. Oh, I'm into Wise stuff. I've got Wise cameras everywhere. I thought about pre-ordering the version 3 camera to see how it reacts with low light stuff out here. Another thing, we're going to go take a peek. I mentioned it on Twitter about the wall getting crashed across the street yesterday when I came in, and I'd planned on doing a whole separate video on that for like a clickbaity crashing the walls. But I'll show you the picture if you missed that. What is up, JWRM? Miko, what's going on? Morning, Gerald. What is up? Someone Jack walks up to your house and says, "Hey Google, open the door." I know, and it's just okay. Yeah, a slide hammer would probably do it. Yeah, I've got a couple of those. I hated using those, honestly. Even on Fords that deserved it, I hated using those. Motel key with pliers. I mean, yeah, just cut it on a motel head and clamp it up. That's something I'd like to test. Once I replace one, I may end up testing it. But I know that bell puller thing would snatch it right out. What's up, Cheerio? So what were we gonna talk about today? Oh, administrative task. I don't know if you're here. Oh gosh. So Kim had assigned me some administrative tasks that I got to do, and that is tell Brian Field and Beer Geek that we need your address. We need your address, so please go to the website. Y'all were on Saturday Morning Live 11/7. That was the beginning of this month, and y'all were promised on this list. Everybody had got sent out first the y'all's care packages of Lock Force goodies, and we did not have, could not find, we may have it, but we could not locate Brian Field and Beer Geek's address, so please fill out the Lock Force form about that, so that you can get your stickers. Yeah. So you can get your stickers. And yeah, we had actually sent LP. Who was this guy? Oh, okay. Oh, he's got one of them important jobs. But yeah, we need that. And what else was there? There was another administrative task that I was supposed to do. I'm going to go close the door, though, because it's a little bit chilly. And yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back, but I'm not really back. Had to make that thing work again. You just stay right there. I'm glad I put my sign out today. Restaurant people taking up all the spots. Dang, restaurant people taking up all the spots. We have, what are we having today? What is this? What is this? Mocha. Now that he blew my mind with the mochas and turtle, I just don't know anymore. So today is 2.2 Celsius. Oh, that's pretty cold, isn't it? 45 where Dana is. It's like 60. I don't know. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in Jackson is 56 degrees.
Well, there you go. I was thinking 60, so she actually answered me. That's spooky. Thank you, Google. See, Rune, I can be nice to my electronics. The doorstop. Yeah, that's pretty rough on the floor, though. Once we refinish the floor, we refinished the floor. I guess it's been about 7 or 8 years now when we did the painting and everything. Yeah. Once we refinish it, we're gonna have to do away with the safe head doorstop. Scratches the floor. 55 yeah, I mean it gets okay, thank you. Zeros when water freezes. Okay, so it's pretty dang chilly where you are in. Y'all are pretty chilly. Quite a bit more of the year. Well, no, I guess you're kind of right at. It'd be probably same temperament. Yeah, same temperament, same temperature. You're talking about the old keys and the locks on the left side of the board to your left. My left, right there. Yep, there's some old locks right there. But I'm not going to talk about those because we have gone over those. But we were going to talk about antique locks. I've got a whole pile of antique locks that I'm going to pull out here in just a second. If you watched that video that I did, one of the two of them, either the Friday or a few days ago, there was some old locks, and I actually have not even looked at them, but yeah, this one's kind of my favorite. I actually did somebody did a sketch for me, and we did some stuff with some glass, but that is an old Corbin. That is an old Sergeant with a Corbin key, so it's a Corgent. So I just noticed that. Let's see. It's a Corbin key. It's actually a pretty interesting barrel key too. Look at that. It's like hollow. It's got an opening there. But it actually works. It's one of my favorite little guys right there. A lot of the ones that we're going to look at, though, are not that big of a deal. Because there's a few warded locks and stuff in there. And what it is it's just, people with collections. So I'm going to try to do something nice for this particular customer because he's been a customer forever. Boom. Boom, look at that. Look at that. Look at that finish right there. Yeah. 2 original keys, no doubt. There we go. Focus. Yeah, we could do this. No, that's going to reverse it, isn't it? Yeah, we already decided that was going to reverse it. That'd probably be a bad idea. So does this thing work? Main. Main. Which camera is that? That's that one. So, no, you're not gonna. Oh yeah, you are. Look at you. How do you flip around? Just like that. There we go. Let me see. It's gonna reverse everything though, I think. Oof. Oof. Sweet. But that's just some of the old things that I've gotten like picked up off of eBay and stuff over the years. This was a gift from a customer. And I don't really like moving these around because they're all pretty carefully placed. This was from HKS, a 2-bar lock. Oh. I've not really investigated that. Oh yeah, flat push key. Just some of the old stuff that I've got. I don't like that camera at all. Go back to that. Nope, go back to this. There we go. But we are going to shift. Let's go ahead and do that actually, because I haven't even really looked at them other than in that video that y'all saw. I just took them out and kind of looked at them one by one. And I do want to kind of try to start picking the, see if I can get that US American, or see if I can find keys for it. So I'm going to shift cameras around right now. We're going to look at those so we can get the actual lock part of this whole thing done. And I'm going to be leaving the shop today at 3 early. So, because like I said, we've got our kids and their boyfriends and stuff are at the house. And tonight is our Thanksgiving, so let's go up here and see what's going on up front. Yeah, let's do this. Nope, there we go. Okay, y'all keep an eye on that car. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. I'm gonna task y'all with that. No, actually, we're gonna have to. I'm sorry for that. Let's just do that. There we go. I just got the notification. Ooh, okay, mic check. I just got the notification that my new phone, or new camera, I should say, is coming in. Saying it was going to ship on the 5th, but I just got a notification saying your new device is ready to go. In other words, they charged me for it. So yes, hopefully by next week, which I guess means that it's shipped, right? I mean, I'm assuming. But hopefully by next week we'll have another camera so I don't have to move stuff around. All right, LPP, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. How long can I leave the table down? George asked, how long can I leave the table on? Yes, I know, it's been bugging me. Every time I come in with my tool bags or with something, it's like, oh, I wish I had a, and speaking of, let's see. What do we have? That was one of the things that we were making a decision on this week. Let me go look over here. What was it? There we go. And I've already kind of made my decision, so tough luck on that, you know. But the table names, we were deciding on what the names of the table should be, and I've decided out of the 4, Carson is the best. That's right, and that was actually came up. Night Owl came up with that one, but yeah, That's the best one. Carson, Frank's Table, Frank's Annoyance, and Horatio. Horatio. But I like Carson. So the table name is, why can't I get it off of this? The table name shall hereforth be known as Carson. Carson. Don't know why, but it's Carson. And I miss Carson. Y'all think that's a good choice? I think it's a good choice. Good choice, Jason. Good choice. Good call, Night Owl. Get back up in there. Okay, there we go. All right, we got to go to, which screen do we do? Just do this one? Is that the one we decided? Yeah, there we go. All right, so we are going to look at, so we decided we like this screen, right? I think so. I think we did. Put up a shelf with only to take place of the table. A shelf with only one shelf. Yeah, you know, that table that's sitting right there, that's always been there, kind of hides all the wires and stuff, and it's got that tablecloth, so maybe a shelf underneath the retail section. That's what I'm thinking. Probably a good idea. I need rubber gloves for this. Okay. I don't know if y'all saw, Carson is a good name. I don't know if y'all saw that video where we showed these padlocks kind of mid-video during an unboxing. But this is older customer bringing them in. He had called me, you know, I still have hot coffee here with Kim's special coffee in it. It's getting cold though. Ooh, ah. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, six. That's the one we gotta open. And the rest of them are just warded. So let me make sure there's no, there isn't. There's some old keys here too. Nice old Corbins. Those go to like desk locks. And they can go to padlocks too. Old Master logo. So really what I want, what a lot of people want, this is one of those, ooh, a herd key. Herd, I wonder if this goes to that padlock. I can't remember the bidding on that herd padlock I did. And I don't know what I did with it. I think it's in the drawer though. Oh, that'd be funny if I had the key the whole time. Or somebody had the key. Master. Kind of old school Master though. Old GM keys. This is one of those things where there's a paper towel dispenser. There's another Corbin, probably brass padlock. And in case you didn't know, with Corbin, the oh shoot, hold on. Let's go to I need to pull myself up here. There we go. There we go. Okay, making sure everything looked good over there. Yeah. I thought I was chopping my head off because of the angle of the camera, but I don't guess I am. Horror lock. Yeah, some of these are no big deal. Is that a bump key? That's a 7-pin wrestling. Look at that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a whole bunch of pins. Yeah, here we go. That actually goes to an American style padlock. Sears head. Wait. No, it wouldn't be this one. But it is an American key. Is it? It's not. Nope. Wait a minute. That's not an American key either. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yes, it is. There's Slaymaker, a bunch of old padlock keys. Way more padlock keys in here than he actually has locks for. Let's see what else. Just making sure there's no identifying marks on these keys. There's somebody's Ford keys. Some more Sears stuff. Focus. What's that say? I can't even read that. Made in USA. Oh. Wahoo. Walsco. Focus. Walsco. Awarded key. There's a Wiser logo. Somebody's luggage key. There's I was about to say Wilson Bohannon. This could actually fit a Corbin padlock too. What I was saying a minute ago about Corbin locks is the code numbers on the back of those. Where is one? That's not a good example. There we go. I think I may have mentioned this in a video before, but these code numbers, the B refers to which, like, key blank or whatever it is, and then it's 276549, but it's backwards. So like ASA kind of. No, not exactly. Kind of like best or something. So 2 would be on the tip, and then 9 right there. I bet that would be a hard pick too. Hard pick. Anyway, the rest of these is just, I was trying to go through and see if there's a match to the other one. I was trying to go see if we had any other American keys in here before I went to try to open this guy. But it does not look like it is to be. Oh, hold on. Oh, well, we're good. It's a toolbox key. That gas smell is coming off of the padlocks. Another Sears. And this is aluminum, so this would put this in the 70s era. I remember when they did the aluminum thing. Oh, line headmaster. Nice collection of different keys. So going back to what I was originally saying is, people like this kind of always collected, hoping to put together something like you know, a wall with all their keys and stuff on it. I'm going to dump this out because it's nasty. But they never get around to it. Torch, what's up? See you next time. Thanks for stopping in. What is up, Ian? How's it going? So, all right, so this brings us to our padlocks. And I had mentioned in that video that this guy was looking kind of wonky. So let's see what's going on with it. Oh. Oh. That is the front of that. It's the whole cylinder. I think we have a messed up cylinder, y'all. And it is not opening either. So here they have, oh, I just found, this key will work, but if you come over here and find a similar key, where'd that herd key go? It will probably work just as well. Nope. Nope, let me find one. Let's work. Yeah. Wonder what's going on with that guy. I don't know. Let's play around and see. It seems to be completely upside down, honestly. Checking the back, see if it's open. It's closed. All right, there it goes. It's got some give in it now. What you think, shim it? Doesn't really matter, you know, because it's messed up. I think this one's going to be a lost cause. I think those wafers in there, or the back of that plug, honestly, is probably sheared. What do y'all think? Yeah. Yeah. You could probably get it open, but no point making a key if it's messed up on the inside. So wall hanger this one is. I'm going to look at the comments, see what y'all think about that before we move on to the next few, which are just these warded ones. And he had said that he had got, oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't. That was stupid. That was stupid, Jason. Get back together. You're supposed to go there. Yes, just like that. Okay. The adventures of trying to use ball chain. At least it's not hanging over your head like on a ceiling fan. Did anybody ever sell this by the foot? Yeah, because you can buy like a whole roll of it and make your own key rings. like this. Anybody ever do that? Ball chain by the foot. Yeah, I thought about doing it for a while, but you can just buy the key rings already pre-done like that. Sure point key. Ha ha ha, good one. Yeah, the key, yeah, G key, man, I was thinking that too. The key cylinder is upside down. Tennis ball. No, it works everywhere because you've seen it on the internet. Works on anything. The miraculous tennis ball. All right, we've got some cable issues going on right there, so let's fix that. Ball chain hanging shop fans. All right, next. We know what that is. Let's see if these are presumably, oh, bunch of different keys. Oh, so I guess when he said that he went through them and tried to find the key and he had a bunch of different keys, some people think, you know, you can, we have a lot of master keys though, and I'm not going to go through them all, but I imagine 20, somebody pull this code for me if you have a code thing so I don't have to. Pull, what is that, 2331? I think it's 2331. It'll be much easier to look at keys than it will be to go through keys. It could be 25 too. It's 2331, I think is what that is. And they think just because they have a bunch of master padlock keys that you can make it work. Just make it work. Don't understand why you can't make it work. Oh yeah, we had a ton of them in here too. And all different. It's probably not gonna be a line headed. It's probably gonna be definitely not that guy. Probably gonna be one more like this, I would think. Here's a lot of master padlock keys in here. Let me do this for this guy. While we're doing this, I'm just gonna go ahead and separate. Oh, we have, no, that's the one, okay. Yeah, that's a little one over there. I'm not gonna finish this, so don't get bored with this part of it. But you can see what I'll be doing is just kind of going through to see. Oh, always one. There's always one. All right, 25, 23, 31, 63, 62. So, okay, so that'll be 25, 31. But I don't think it's that. So I'm looking for something with 6 in the front. This guy could be this guy. Let's see. Golly. There's so many master keys in here. We didn't even see that. What was that? True lock? True lock. Nope. There's another baby right there. We can try this guy over here. Nope. Yeah. And can you imagine, these are little, this was somebody's keyring that they used it. A lot of history attached to keys like that. I don't know why I did that. A lot of history in my hands. Through no telling how many. He actually ran a housing unit, so a lot of these, they had gates and stuff. So that's what imagine a large section of these master padlock keys were for, which is different padlocks on the gates over the years. Maybe some, a lot of Corbin stuff, so maybe desks. Maybe you have wood desk, I think I've got every single master padlock combination here besides this one. What was that, like 10,000 combinations or 8,000, something like that? I don't think he must have gone through all these himself. There's a 3330, so we know that is not it. Watch that be it. There it goes. Good job, Jason. Hey, there's a 1391, 0536. Somebody had a lot of master padlocks. This person single-handedly funded master padlock for years. .0536. There was a 0536 we just had. It looks like it on the master keys. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I did it. Thanks, y'all, for sitting with me while I go through these keys. Ha ha. Fooled you into doing it. There's some more aluminum keys. Yep, one more. Whoop, whoop, one more. So that means two more. What's this? Oh yeah, aluminum. There's a X2504, definitely not. That's it. So, they just don't get a key no matter how much they want it. I'm not there. People don't want to pay for stuff like this. They don't want to pay what I would charge minimum $15 to make a key for. But this US padlock, I guess. See, that is definitely not that. So when I first glanced at these, I was like, oh, he's got all the keys already together. I don't have to do anything. That is not that one. Love how you have a bunch of mismatched keys and mismatched. Oh. Shoot. This one's far and fewer between. We have many fewer awarded keys here, so these are easier to do. No, and none of these padlocks are honestly all that special compared to some of the keys that we saw. This guy, Yale, that's a nice one. He's got a couple of Yale keys on here. So this one, this one's pushing it on doing it. If I was going to make keys, you know what? And I thought about this. He just attached, I bet you this doesn't open this. I bet you it just goes in. He was just doing me a solid by finding the keys that went in. I knew it. That's depressing. This is one of those that has a few possibilities too. This one was hand file. Look at that. There's an impressioner at work here. So now we see what he did. He's not showing it off. Here I am thinking he's just showing off his keys, when in reality he's wanting the keys made for it. So let's look at this guy real close and see. Probably does not have a number on it. Little balls. It's got balls. I don't have my flashlight with me today. I actually lost my flashlight. I don't know where it went. I haven't seen it in a few days. But you can see the ball there. And then this guy, which we took the keys off, it is definitely, of course not. We don't need no keys though, do we? Isn't that how you do it? We don't need no stinking keys. Get over here. Yeah, see. For what? And you've lost the original key, or? We don't have anybody that comes out to do that on Saturday. That back where it belongs. Stay right there. All right. So, if it has balls, it really is old. It is old. I'm gonna go back over the comments real quick while I'm doing this. Oh, we gotta get the let's get the U.S. guy over here. Oh no! Don't get lost. Don't get lost. I'm going to give it a few rakes just to feel it out. Don't know. Don't. Looks like the core's in good condition though. Nice serrated pins in there. So yeah, I'm not a lock picker. So I'm only going to try this for a minute just to see if it'll pop open for us. This will be technically, out of all of them here besides this Yale, would be the easiest one to make keys for, assuming I can pick it open. That's a big assumption. Just bypass it. Oh, I don't have a bypass deal to get in there. I'm talking about a reach in and twist it. Feels like it's solid. Feels like it's got a wafer back there. The US ones had wafers on them, didn't they? If it has balls, it's really old. What made you cringe? Oh, his runes thing on the rubberhead keys. Yeah. I've taken off a lot of those, and we sell those and actually have people buy them every day. Taking into account what Rune was talking about, underneath those rubber heads, it's just nasty. I've seen that same picture that he posted a lot when I take them off and strip them down. And just thinking about all the years of doing that with no gloves on, and then I don't immediately wash my hands, and nowadays it's just like, ugh. Yesterday I had to ask somebody to step outside because they were coughing and sniffling. And I was like, I was doing some work for them, and they were both waiting in there, but one of them was a younger fella, and I was like, I hate to be rude, but you're gonna have to go outside while I do this. I'm not gonna get sick over the holidays just for you. That is gonna be an expensive Bill. Let go. Let go. Any experience with 9CS? 9CS. I don't know what that is. 9CS. Somebody help out there. Kevin Desroches is saying something about 9CS locks. What's a CS lock? Is well compatible. Hey Brian, yes, thank you Wes for posting that. Brian, we needed your address, so can you go fill that out that Wes just posted? Appreciate it. Thank you everybody for seeing him pop on and remembering. I don't know, we haven't seen Beer Geek, have we? So this is just one of those things where I was gonna try CISA. Oh, I've only worked on like one of those, and it's Y1 compatible most of the time. There's like a Corbin key that's very. I've got to click out of 3. There's a lot of those, yes, Y1, but I've noticed it's a little bit different, like a slightly different funny shape compared to a true Y1, but most of the time they work. Sometimes you got to like kind of flatten the edge. Are you overseas? What series? This is a 5200. There's a code 1519. Somebody send me a 1519H. Send me the QFN code, please. Can I order that online? Can I order the US key online? You know, they're all master keyed, right? Just send me the master key. Doesn't look like my lock force is with me right now on this guy anyway. I can feel it going into a little false set. You know, I hate to say it, but this is one of those things where I just... You know. If I was trying to open this in the field, it's more done. Done. I love getting to a lockout and having master padlocks on it. Especially hard stuff like job boxes. Ugh. There's nothing worse than getting up and finding a real deal American Series 50 that's made for the lock boxes. Nothing worse than rolling up on a lockout and then it being one of those. 1519H, possibly 34686. Really? Peter? 5200 journey. Whatever, Fred. Snip, snip, yep. Hey, Keith Aaron, what is up? Use the Schwartz. I'm using the, I'd rather use the Schwartz on that other one, though. I'd rather pop open that Corbin. Strong tension on these springs. I didn't get a click on. Shh. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but I didn't get no click nowhere. I put heavy tension on it to get a click. Okay, I got a click on 2. No, that was a click. That's a click. How do y'all do this? Well, I'm torn between which mic. I'm torn between letting y'all listen and see it. I should be using Daz's pick for this, right? Where'd Daz's pick go? Let's use that fancy pick. The locksmith uses a fancy pick. There we go. That's it. That's what's wrong. 8 is binding. 8 is definitely binding. Here we go. If y'all didn't see it last week, that beauty right there. Let's see if this actually works for me. Where's LPO when you need him? I know, right? He's too busy selling all this crap. Not crap, but, you know, selling all this stuff. I think it's doing something funny there. Hold on. I need a better tension wrench. I've gotten... Do y'all ever, like, go through periods where you're like... you like using the more flexible? Like you go back and forth. For the longest time, I used the rigid bottom, the 2 1/4 rigid, which has always been my go-to. But here lately, I don't know if it's just because I don't know. I'm just going through a period where I like using this longy flexi one. I'm starting to reach more when I get to lockouts. I'm starting to reach more for my flexier tension wrenches. I don't know why. But guess what? We do have a Jason Reed's coming up. So for those of you who are about to leave, just know what you're going to be missing shortly. This particular flexi tension wrench does take up a lot of room in the keyway though. So I'm not overly fond about that. And it's also bent a little bit. Hold on, I gotta bend this. There we go. Takes up, see, it takes up so much room in the keyway there. All right, one more pass. I'm gonna hold my tongue right? Something happened there. What happened? No, that's not working out. Let's go back to this one. Go back to this one with my little cutout in the tip. Yeah, that's much more comfortable. Take the gloves off. Oh, that's a good point. I forgot I had them on. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that. We do also have, before we do Jason Reed's, we're gonna let's lubricate this real quick. I'm gonna pick some names off of our Lock Force list. We have a mail out coming up starting Monday, and I'm gonna name a couple of names. I'm gonna point some of you guys out, guys or gals. I don't know. I haven't even looked at that list, honestly. I'm gonna wing it when I get there. And it's basically a participation list. And y'all are gonna be privy to a couple of little extra surprises. Well, one extra surprise, I should say. I hate serrated pens. You know, locksmiths just don't like doing this. I just don't like this. It's just, I don't get it. It's just want to get it open and make keys for it. That I like doing. That I like taking it apart and giving keys for it. This part just irritates me. Probably because I got irritated about that safe yesterday where I posted those double-bitted keys. That thing irritated me too. You could, when you turn the core, right when you started turning the core, it would go into this spring pressure bind. Kind of hard to explain, but it's like almost like, I guess like a key would, or a lock would be where there's, what am I trying to say? Where there's all security pins in it. Like there's no solid at the beginning. As soon as you start putting twisting pressure on it, and it was a double-sided Illinois wafer lock, but as soon as you started putting pressure on it, it went into this weird lockup mode. And being double-sided, you had to pick the wafers on the top and bottom, and I couldn't really get a good feel for anything, so I ended up cutting 2 blanks in half and then pushing in each half, which is kind of tricky to do. And then I kind of got lucky, honestly, on that thing. But believe it or not, the end-up key, I posted it on Twitter. I don't have a picture of it to load, but I was amazed at how well the key worked. Like, the key worked like it was just smooth as silk and just perfect key. Alright, we're going to give it up on this guy. We put too much picking time into this. We didn't get that one. Sorry, let's see if this will pop open. Now this one will be easy to make keys for, in that some of these, do you remember offhand? Some of these older, this is the wrong pick for this guy too. The plug would just pull right out. In fact, feels like it's trying to come out right now. I may just be able to pull this plug out. Look how much it's starting to come out. But these had a little tab on the end, and you did have to press. Oh, I think, I had it. I thought I had it. I think you do have to press a retainer in the back of this to get this plug out. Look at that play. That's kind of how the safe was, except it was double-sided. As soon as you did that, you could, all the wafers were would freeze up into some kind of weird position. I'm going to set this down and use this guy because I want to be gentle with the DAS pick. Usually you can just rake these a few times. Worst case scenario, this one just be an impression or pick and sight read. If it for some reason it wouldn't pick, which it is just a wafer lock, which I'm having trouble opening myself, then I could impression this one probably fairly easy. Shouldn't be doing this shit. I obviously am not in a zone to be doing this. What the heck? Alright, last but not least, come here. See if we have any luck. Ugh, I'm not going to have luck with this one, I bet. If you were not here earlier, this is a nice Corbin guy, but this one definitely doesn't come apart. So this one is definitely, switch back to the DAS pick. This one is definitely one of those where it's too much, you know, between the cost of the blanks, the rarity of the blanks. Of course, you can use an aftermarket blank and then impression it. Oh, I'm not getting. Oh yeah, it's moving a little bit. This is always one of those where you see these at auctions. People buy them at auctions, no keys, for $20 and bring it in and find out it costs $20 to $30 to make a key for, if you're smart. Because with those balls, it's going to be a pretty hard impression, for sure. Wouldn't y'all agree there? Balls make for a harder impression. Oof, very loose springs on this guy. Way different compared to that American. It's just like super light tension on the springs. I wonder if there's balls in every chamber. Kind of feels like it. Yeah, that rolls. That's rolling. Ugh. Them padlock makers putting balls in lock. Jason does not relax by watching a movie. No, I don't. No. Going back to the video. The hand stamp. Yeah, that's not original. That was just hand stamped on there. You got James has a 5200. They are hard. They're a pain in the butt with all them little serrated, funny wafers. Is this one that turns counterclockwise? I don't know. Oh, that's right. I can just give them to Wes. I'm just gonna give them all to Wes. So here you go, Wes. He's my opener of locks that won't open. He can definitely open that American. I kind of got a funny set going on here. These would not have used security pins on them though. I can definitely tell the difference in the feel in a custom pick versus this. It's like you can definitely like, I don't know, let's try turn it this way. Maybe turn this way. It's got a lot better clicking. Some of them turn both ways, some of them only turn one way. You can usually tell by how the pins drop if it will turn that way, and this one does feel like it turns. Maybe. Nope. Oh, what happened? Did something happen here? Something happened. Something happened. And I've pulled this trick off too, where it'll turn, but just a little bit. And on locks where there's no chance of there being security pins in there. Spin it the other way. Like you get it into this and you can, it'll turn just a tiny bit, you know, and then I've been able to spin it back the other direction. I've pulled that trick off a few times. It usually fails. I will say like 80% of the time it won't do anything, but there is that 20% of the time that matters, right? Now, I don't know, that feels like it would go both ways. I don't know, anybody know offhand? The new comb picks. I'm going to order one of those. We talked about that last week, is I want to order one of those comb picks just to be able to open puck locks. So I got challenged, y'all. Yes. I got another challenge. Mr. Tyler said that I need to do the chocolate bar, world's hottest chocolate bar, versus while I'm installing a deadbolt. And I can't think of absolutely anything better than crying through and using power tools. Crying and using power tools. Can y'all think of anything better? World's hottest chocolate. It's a little bitty tiny chocolate bar. You're supposed to split it up into the 9 pieces. It's like a Hershey's but miniature. It's like a Satan Hershey's, and you're supposed to split it up and eat a piece every 60 seconds. I'm definitely not going to do that. That puts you in pain for 12 solid minutes. Fresh pain every single time. And I think it's supposed to actually be hotter than the Pookie. Hotter. It does turn the other way much better. Hop Skippity said, and that's a good idea. But the balls in every chamber thing was specifically because of comb picks. It immediately goes into this weird false set when I turn it this way. Oh, something happened. You gotta put it in a weird set again. Probably can't tell, but it's definitely off center. Maybe a ball's hanging up. I hate it when the balls hang up. Dang it. I compare this to opening one of those old, getting on site and somebody left the front door and they've got their old Corbin lock on the front door, handle set, like I was talking about an antique Corbin. And they're like, oh, I hadn't used that lock in 50 years, and oh, ooh, that was neat. It definitely sets to the left a little bit, but I don't think it opens. I think it definitely opens to the right. Maybe. They were weird back there. What kind of pepper is in that chocolate bar? I don't know. It's scorpion pepper, or I don't know. It's 9 million Scoville, which I believe is going to be hotter than the stupid chip. I will probably do that just because I want to play with power tools while going through that. So I will probably be knocking that out. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this year or not. It'll probably be a next year thing. Maybe at the beginning of the year. I want to be able to enjoy holiday food with my taste buds intact, and then afterward I can kill it. Plus I've got too many other videos going on to even think about doing that right now, but I should tell Tyler, since he came up with the idea. He needs to order me a chocolate bar and send it my way. There's a bunch of different ones. There's a bunch of different chocolate bars. I got on Amazon just to see how much it was. Pretty much the same as the chips, like $17 to $20. And there's different ones. There's one that's got 9 little pieces, and I think that's the hottest of all of them. And then there's another one that just looks like a Ghirardelli. That's like one big piece. But what I'll probably do is eat one tiny piece of it, just to see, you know, and get started in the video, and then like eat the whole other part of it before I change my mind. That's what I'm thinking I'm doing. I'm not going to split it up over 12 minutes. That's just crazy. I ain't that much of a pepper person. And then there's the gummy bear, the world's hottest gummy bear. I'm sitting there thinking, oh, it's just a cute little gummy bear. I should do the cute little gummy bear. So maybe we can do a gummy bear one day. Me doing like an A series lock, tear down and reassemble. That's about 10 minutes, you know, tear it down, put it back together. It's about a 10 to 15 minute ordeal. So that'd be a good one. And then putting a deadbolt on. I've got to dig a door out of my attic. I've got a solid wood door with 9 panes of glass. And I know it's in my attic. I don't know why. I have the door. I think somebody gave it to me. And I give up on this. Jason has successfully not picked anything that he put his hands on, not even a crappy little wafer lock. I think something's off with me. Let's just check. I'm not even going to subject that to this. If I can't pick this, then I'm just going to put it down. I'll give myself a couple of seconds here to do this, and if I don't, then I obviously don't need to be performing any emergency lockouts today. You have days like that where you just can't do crap. These things don't work for you. I should have had this open by now for a master. Of course, this is an old fella master, and of course we have a code, so this is kind of a waste of time other than just me seeing. I think it is me, y'all. Today is not the day for Jason's. Jeez, I'm not getting the force. Not having the locks force. Get over. Okay, I give up. Anyway, that's our lesson in antique locks. Not really a lesson, but that's what it is. You tried. It's not your fault. It's all my fault. Don't be mad at yourself. That's the way I'm holding my mouth. I know, right? Let's go back to this. Go back to that. Good effort. Yep. Kind of still a waste of time. But we do have to do. This is more important, right? We have more important things that we got to do. Way more important than messing around with that stupid stuff. Who cares about that? Nobody. Nobody. Let's see. I gotta write this down. Let me write this down. All right, we have, I think, 6 names that I am going to tag here. Night Owl has not gotten his package yet, so Night Owl, you are named. And I know Wes is on the road. He doesn't have his computer here, so Night Owl, if you could mark down these names that I call out and deduct 1 lock force point. Night Owl, you're getting that because you've been an awesome moderator this year. So Night Owl, deduct 1 lock force point. Ha! Deduct. That's what I said. Deduct. And then we're going to deduct HKS because he was awesome this year with sending stuff out. That's 2. Mr. Hooligan, our supplier of lock force. He's been awesome this year. Hooligan, deducted 1 lock force point. Peter Fox also has been awesome this year. Peter Fox is going to be deducted there. I'm writing this down so you don't really have to. So there's that 4. All right. Ooh, shoot. Rune, as always, we're going to go ahead and nail Rune with a deduction. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, such a hard decision. I'm going to have to flip for this. I'm going to do this off camera. We're simply going to have to choose between 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. All right. I wish I had better choices here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. There could be 2 more if I sacrifice. We'll see. I don't know. Heads is Dusty. Tails is James Randolph. Tails. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong camera. Am I on the wrong camera still? I am on the wrong camera. No. I was on the right camera. Wait. How did that happen? Yeah. Okay, go back. That's this one. That one. So, who was that? James? Whoever that was that James? I forgot who that was. Whoever that was, whoever I said Tails would be, was that James? I think it was James. Or was it Dusty? Dang it, it was James. Thank you. James, long-term subscriber as well, so dang it, I'll probably sacrifice something here. Why are you calling on line 2? Yeah, spam. Hello? 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 It was actually a human too. I always like doing that. I had one you call yesterday from Xfinity Return. Like, that line's not even listed, so obviously it's a bought number, you know. You're trying to be cool. Okay, you're not coming in here. So yes, all those people, we saw James was the last one. Night Owl, HKS, Mr. Hogan, Peter Fox, Rune, James. You will be getting something a little bit extra. I'm going to put that with, that goes on Kim's list there. So thanks again for being great subscribers throughout the year. That was just a choice out of the ones I had. I could have gone through. There's a lot of factors involved with that choice. So that was the choice that I had to make. And I made it. We're good. Everybody gets one deducted. Ha! Take that. You want that. You want that. That's okay. You're kind of spending it. What is up, LPL? We were just talking about you. You missed out me screwing around with these guys. I did not get to deal with did not get an open on anything, but we did try channeling our inner, where is it? Our inner LPL. It just didn't work out for me with the Daz pick. We have some old padlocks that we were going through there. And you can see what a wonderful open I had with all three, even this little even the Yale wafer lock would not yield. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on that. I didn't even try to, I have my dang dude rake right there. Probably would have raked him right open, but yeah, it was not to be. We tried channeling our inner clickies, but nobody worked. Nobody opened for us. Dang it. Nobody knew what lock force points did until today. Well, technically they were for like an online store that we were going to have, but that's not coming to be until maybe next year. So you'll still be able to use your points. But for those of you who got points deducted, that's just what you get for being awesome. That's what you get. Okay, just in time for Jason Reed's. Jason Reed's, it is time. Yeah, we all have those days, I know, right? Snip, 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 snip. That's how I deal with that. Snip, snip. The U.S. padlock. If I ran across it in the field, it's try picking it for about 5 minutes and then be like, well, it ain't gonna open. Time to snip that sucker. Time to snip it. Where's my, I gotta get my Jason Reed's material. Hold on. And we do have, it's actually just a couple of blurbs here. I might add, this is going to be one of the last Jason Reed's of the year. I said last week, hold on. I said last week that we were not going to have too many episodes of Jason Reed's anymore. Just because of kind of a lack of material. And actually, there's one little article in here that kind of, like I had mentioned before in the past, it's one of those things where, why are you beeping? Stop it. It's one of those things where you just run out of material. And I've kind of run out of material. Again, I'm not that red. I don't know why I look so red. I don't know what it is. But all right, we are vaulting back to 1993, y'all. This is a new publication for the 90s. 1993. We're not really vaulting back too far, are we? But I figured we'd jump to a different publication. And I respect the family that put this publication together. And this was actually the third issue. I don't know where it's volume 1, number 3. And some of these fellows are definitely still around. So I want to start off with, it's kind of like a dang computer. Dang computer, where's my hat? Where's my hat? I know the hat, oh my God. Oh. God, I can't resist story time. All right, 1993. Now, I'm not going to use it many. I respect this gentleman, so we're gonna talk. This is a couple of serious articles, all right? You know, it's a little funny, but otherwise we wouldn't be here reading it. Let me get my glass. Hold up. I hadn't put my glasses on in so long they got dirty. All right. So we do have a couple of serious articles in here, so I'm not going to make too much fun of it. All right. Some love it, some hate it, is the title of this. Life has its ups and downs, but most of the downs are man-made. Take, for instance, voicemail. That's right, voicemail. Oh, let me tell you what. Voicemail thing is just the 1993. Can you imagine what Alexander Graham Bell would have done if Mr. Watson had answered? Sorry, but I'm away from my desk right now. First phone call ever. Yeah. Many executives across the country are realizing that maybe voicemail is not the way to go. Locksmiths, probably more than anyone, like person-to-person contact. Not nowadays, not in 2020. One insurance company did a survey and found that 32% of its customers or potential customers hung up when they got a voicemail. Them dang voicemails. Think what percentage would be in our industry. That's it. On the other side of the coin, many companies defend its use. Many callers we contacted also said they prefer to call and state their problem to the machine. That's right, the machine, then sit back and wait for the return call with the problem solved. Now let's not be naive. Naive. I'm not going to stop voicemail, and you haters of the contraption are not going to either. We can, however, make recommendations to the big companies on how to better use voicemail. Number one, with a capital O. One spelled out. Never let the machine answer the phone. Never let the machines answer the phones. It's the machines. Always use a human. This puts the caller in the right mood immediately. Very seldom does the caller know the person's extension to push it in. So he must wait through 5 minutes of instruction. Don't you hate those dang voicemails where you have to push all them numbers and you have to listen and you're like, none of them 12,000 choices applies to my personal problem right now. Not a one of them. So what number do you push? So then it's like, press 345 to go back through your choices. So then you have to start all over again. Just makes me so mad. Number two, never give the caller more than one machine with which to talk. One machine, then back to the human operator. It's like, howdy. Number three, keep the instructions as well as the options as short as possible. That goes back to what I was just saying. Don't get carried away with 1 or 2 minute hellos. Or intros to videos. Do it in 15-20 seconds. Many people with home answering units should heed this advice also. Finally, number 4 is almost as important as number 1. When you take a message, be sure and call back soon. Soon is the key word here. If you comply, you will eliminate a lot of hate talk directed at you, your voicemail, and your company. So there we go. That dang machines and them dang voicemails are just dang ridiculous. Dang it. Your voicemail says, don't leave a voicemail. I know. Oh, the slowly read ones are horrible. Oh, it's ridiculous. All right, so now going to the next issue. This is a short live because I did say we were only going to do with this a short Jason Reed. So I'm on the wrong damn screen, aren't I? What is wrong with you, Jason? We are supposed to be on this screen. Why didn't somebody tell me I was on the darn screen? I have a screen for Jason Reed's. Just realized that. All right, next. Same publication. Issue 7, so this is July. This is a quickie. This is a quickie. We got a quickie here. It's kind of funny. I just saw it, and I thought it would be kind of funny. Oh, there's a quickie, and there is a long article. This was the long article. Where'd the quickie go? I thought I had a quickie in here. I don't guess I do. Oh, get back. Get back. Get back. We can actually go through this pretty quick. All right. This is about handling calls. No, I'm not going to read that. No. See, this is what happens. I find what I think to be a good article, and then I realize that it probably would take a little bit too much time to read. So let me skip forward, and then we can go back if we have to. Go back. Let's go. I don't know what I have marked here. This was like a last minute mark. Okay, here's a good one. Question of selling. This is a blurb out of an article. And the title of the article is A Question of Selling. Now, this is selling your product, right? This is all about... See you, Ian. Thanks for joining in. This is about selling stuff. And it's kind of funny because it goes back and forth. No, and this is such a salesman. Like, I guess this is a professional salesman. But how it's worded is kind of funny, I guess. My first sales manager taught me a rule about questions that is easy to remember but not always easy to follow. Never ask a question that can be answered no. Think about it for a minute. We're talking about eliminating the entire realm of yes or no questions. All because of the power of a 2-letter word. No. It's capitalized, so no. No. No is to be avoided for 2 principal reasons. First, no is negative. Saying no, let me move this back. Let me turn this down. Saying no is, there we go, puts the prospect in a negative frame of mind. Once he starts saying no, it's hard to get him to say yes when you ask for his business. Consider this scenario. Locksmith, have you given much thought to upgrading the security of your business? Prospect, nah, not really. Locksmith, are you familiar with high security locking systems? No. Locksmith, what about key control? Are you worried about key control? I don't think so. Locksmith, would you like me to give you a quote on installing high security locks on your office? Prospect, no, thank you. How else can you bring up the subject of key control? You can do it by phrasing your questions so that yes or no are not suitable answers. Same scenario. Locksmith, when was the last time you reviewed your business security needs? Gee, not recently. What do you know? And this is where I kind of found it funny because it's so typical salesman. You know, it's like the typical car salesman. When you get to a car dealership to do work and they all come like running out at you. But start that over. When was the last time you were so this is how I feel how it's being worded now. Whereas before you were asking. Now just kind of listen to how it's worded. And does it put you on the spot? It does. Starting over. Locksmith, when was the last time you reviewed your business security needs? Gee, not recently. What do you know about the new generation of high security locking systems? Well, you mean those locks that you use a card instead of a key? Or maybe just enter a secret code number?
That's a good example. We call that electronic access control. And what would you say if I told you that there were regular key locks with keys so unique that nobody, not a single person, can get a copy made except you, the owner? I can see where that would be a great idea. I'd like to come over to your office and do a free security survey for you. What's the best day for you? See, that's so salesman-y. I'd be like, bro, I'll call you back. So, there you go. In case you have trouble selling particular products, then you just demand it. You just get in there and you be like, listen, B, I'm going to tell you how it is. This is how it is, and I'm going to be over there in just a minute. And that kind of reminds me of, I see some of you guys, and if some of you guys are here and do this, just kind of take this for a grain of salt, because I see this posted on Twitter a lot now, where people will go up and point something out to either a customer or a random person and say, you've got crappy locks on your doors. Like, and they say, yeah, I went and told the owner that their locks are crap to try to get business. That was their end result, I guess. I don't know. Or just trying to be a good guy. And they're like, apparently they go up to these business owners, whether it be like padlocks hanging on stuff, like a warded padlock that we had over there, using it and going in and telling places that their locks are crap in an effort and being like, here's my card. Your locks are crap. Here's my card. That's not going to get you the right results. If you see, in fact, I think LPG, if she's still here, if you see, she just saw a warded padlock and mentioned about going in and telling them, they're just gonna, those, especially the people at the counter or whatever at the register, are just gonna be like, I don't care. It's not my job. It's not my job. I don't care. And even if the owner was there, they would, if they got broken into in the next month, then they're going to be like, hey, there was a person here that was telling me my lock was crap, and now I get broken into. So, yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it go. If they have crappy locks on their thing, then if you point it out and something happens, kind of like something that would happen if, and I had a magazine article flagged on this. Just like, and I have a recall tomorrow too. That was one of the articles that I put somewhere, but that's like the locksmith touched it last, right? If you walk up to a door lock and you lubricate it, for instance, you're trying to do a good job, and you go and you lubricate a lock, and then the old lock decides to break a day afterward. You get the, hey, you did something to my lock, and you're like, all I did was spray lubricant in it. And they're like, no, well, it was working fine the day before, even though it never is. So you must have broke it with your lubricant. I've actually had that kind of call. And tomorrow we have a call back that we get to go to, because oh yeah, your whole safe thing, your whole safe. Yeah, that was funny. I bet that got you some strange looks. They're all like, "Ooh, he's gonna break into every safe in our, oh my gosh." So anything like that, they're gonna remember. Like, they're gonna know. They're gonna remember, and then they're gonna be like, "Well, we need to go back on the security footage and look through this guy, and then call the police and blah 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 blah." So it's kind of dicey doing that, in a business sense. If you're doing it as a locksmith to try to make money, The way that was being worded, a mix, all right? In my opinion, in my professional opinion, maybe a mix of that. Not so demanding, but in a way where you're not forcing it on there. I'm always like, listen, there's this, up here, then there's this, and then there's this. And you happen to have this down here. You kind of need this. It would be great if you would put in this. But I understand, as a small business owner myself, high security locks are on my doors. But that's because obviously I'm in this industry. It's very rare to go in, if I was not a locksmith, say, and some dude walked by and walked in and flashed a card at me, your locks are crap. Let me help. I would be like, bro, I'm going to shoot you in the knee if you don't get out of my store. And if I ever see you looking at my door again, you kind of got to go into a mix of that. That's not how you do it. You don't whoop out your car and say, I'm here to do this. Because if something happened that night, guess who's going to be held to blame? All right, and this is one of the editors. I love this. This is just a very quick memo. Point, counterpoint. I love this guy because the only reason I love this guy, y'all, is because he egged on for decades. He egged on fights for decades. And this is, even in, 1993, December 1993, he was egging this on. I love this. This was the one thing I loved about him, and yes, it's one of the editors of the magazine, so y'all all know it could be one of 3 or 4 people, right? But one of these features, he was talking about the future of the magazine. It's a year into it here, and he's doing kind of what I'm doing with Saturday Morning Live, trying to decide how I want to go into next year. And I've toyed with the idea of Zooms. I've toyed with the idea, but them dang computers are so problematic. But this is kind of what he was doing, and he was kind of like, let's do this. Point, counterpoint. Of all the features, point, counterpoint has been proven to be the most difficult feature to create monthly. Skip a word. I enjoy a good debate. I felt others would too. Out of this enjoyment, point, counterpoint was given birth. The original intent was to have 2 individuals with opposing views square off, face to face, on an industry-related topic each month. I love him for this because he was like, listen, we need what was happening in the 80s where people were sending letters in by typewriter and bitching about the guys before them. Of course, in 1993, we were just kind of getting into the electronic mail revolution. Well, no, not really. It came a little bit later, so it was there, just not as widespread. The only requirement that was anybody responded would send a name, photograph, and bio with the response. Individual photographs lend credence and heighten the appeal and interest of this feature. To me, without photographs, this article would be like watching television in black and white. You receive the same information, but it lacks character, complexion, and intrigue. So we can kind of relate this to YouTube nowadays, can't we? Like, think about this in the YouTube world. You were still having to write in 93. You were probably using your word processors to type out letters. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. I mean, I was in high school at that time, so I can't remember. Damn. Had phones. We definitely had phones, but emailing from phones wasn't a thing. For point counterpoint to be a success, it requires your participation. Unfortunately, this was the weak link in the chain. Nobody wanted to send in their photos. Not your participation, but the lack thereof. I quickly learned that even though locksmiths can be some of the most damn opinionated individuals in the world, they like to leave that job to the other guy or gal when it comes to expressing those opinions in a public forum or participating in a particular event. I'll be the first to admit that expressing one's opinions is not always the easiest thing to do. You expose yourself to all kinds of ridicule. Okay, think YouTube. YouTube comes into play here. You expose yourself to all kinds of ridicule if your opinions are not cohesive with the norm. That is right. I have been exposed. All of us who do YouTubes have been exposed. This is why I admire those who did participate in Point Counterpoint. Those who were willing to expose themselves. Those of you who are willing to expose yourself. Wait, where was I? I lost it after the exposing yourself. And accept the challenge, display guts, courage, character, and compassion. These are the 4 character traits I particularly like in an individual, and I applaud them. So, Mr. Editor, I hope that you are applauding those of us who do YouTube. Because we tend to throw out our opinion as I'm doing random videos, so I guess I kind of fall right into that, huh? I expose myself way too much. My desire for the new year is to have that every month. So he was begging. He was begging. Okay, we got one more. That's it. One more. We was begging for the fights to continue, and I love him so much for that. Thank you so much. No, this is that sales dude. No, and he worked for one of my main distributors. He worked for my Shredded Invoices distributor. That's funny. I didn't notice that. Hey, because I know some of you guys watch this. Every complaint is really a compliment. Number 1, apologize. I'm sorry. No, I'm not even going to read this. This makes no sense. Because there's too much here. This is about complaints. Oh, and that's why I was going to talk about. That's why I was going to lead into where I got to go back tomorrow. A customer was forced into switching out a thumb turn. Like they had a key lock on their door, but the fire marshal came along and was like, no, you can't have a thumb turn, or you can't have a keyed cylinder. Even though it was a small business just like mine, in reality, they can. But what happens is what comes along is them dang them dang marshal guys come along and say that is not up to code, so they end up having to do it. And then I was the last locksmith there, and supposedly, even though it's been 5 months since I've been there, supposedly it's been acting up the whole time. Ever since I left, and we were like, why didn't you call us? 5 months ago, 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago? Why did you wait till 5 months later to call us? And they're always like, well, you know, I just never got around to it. So I have to go do a recall tomorrow on something that happened 5 months ago because they never got around to it because I was the last one to do it. And what I think is happening is their lock is just either corroded too much on the back door because it's fully exposed to rain. Okay, you're not coming in. I thought they were coming in. So yes, I get to go do a bit recall. And that kind of went along with that last article, which basically goes over people who complain. And in that case, they complained. Kim answered the phone, got into an argument. She ended up hanging up on Kim. Kim called her back and tried to be as nice as possible. The person was not being as nice as possible. And then the person called back a couple of days later, very apologetic, and we decided to go ahead and go take care of it. So it's one of those situations where you know, nothing's wrong, I'm sure. I think it's either just the building may have shifted a little bit or too much corrosion going on. But either which way, I still got to go back, and it's far enough away to be irritating. It's not like a closey thing. So
I'm just going to go back and read You Expose Yourself. Still no Beer Geek. I know Beer Geek didn't show up. Need a 30-day callback or sorry policy. It's hard to pull off, you know. Have you ever seen the other clothes on? People think you worked on it, you own it, you know, and it's one of those things where if I'm going to go out and if I can prove to the customer that it was not from me doing what I did, like when you open the door, take your key and turn it. Sometimes they go and they go get keys made at the hardware store or Walmart because they are across the street from a Walmart, so they can run over and get, you know, you get there and it's like, this isn't the key that I gave you. Oh yes, it is. No, we don't. You know, there's 53 different things that could be wrong, from copies of keys to sudden failure that gets you every time, to shifting. Here in the South, we shift up and down and everywhere, so that could be it. Corrosion, or just user not liking it because they were forced into it, which I think a lot has to do with that, because they were forced into changing how they dealt with their door, and they just don't like it anymore. They don't like it because they were forced into it, so they take it out on the locksmith. I don't know, but I noticed it is now past 1 o'clock, so we need to go ahead and wrap it up. We'll jump to this screen to say, what's that? Be right back screen right there. There we go. I'm gonna go. I get to leave early today. I get to leave in like an hour and a half or so, and enjoy my Thanksgiving with the girls and their boyfriends. And I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving who did celebrate it. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Next year we're shifting to. I'm going through a phase every December when I start in on Rewind. I think about how I want to start stuff. Last year we scrapped all our end screens. We scrapped all our beginning screens. Probably going to do that again. We are going to have Saturday morning lives. I don't know what frequency. I don't know if it's going to be an every week thing. I'm going to try. I'm going to think about it really hard, but YouTube has taken away some of the joy, some of the little bitty bit of joy I get from, which it's not much, but it's still, YouTube is, there's so many live streams nowadays. YouTube is kind of taken away some of the better parts, or the more the more worthwhile parts of it. So and I think there's so many out there, and I think we're going to be seeing that in the future. Next year, I'm really hoping to implement Zoom in some way, whether it be having guests on as well, maybe having once a month, maybe during the year, having a thing where we do Zoom. We've talked about that a lot. I still don't know about implementing it for sure. I do have a new camera. We got a new camera coming in soon. Thank you for that. So hopefully my videos will be a little bit crisper, more clear. I'll probably do an unboxing because that's a significant investment. Even though the camera is my phone, it's still, we get to shift cameras around. So that better camera will go down to that. That camera can just go to a stable overhead view, and I'll set it up so that we can just switch around, and then yay. So maybe I'll get that next week, and maybe by next Saturday morning live, the 5th. When is the 5th? Is that today's what? The 5th isn't until like Friday of next week, is it? No, 28th. No, that's like Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully they ship it out. Hopefully they ship it out on time. Not sure if they will or not, but incorporate Zoom into live. That would be, I'll give Bear Geek a message on Discord. Okay, yeah, appreciate that, Dusty. I'm not on Discord, so I don't know how to do any of that. I don't know what a Discord is. I know what a Discord is, but I've never joined one. What is up, Decline? I didn't see you join in. Logmania, what is up? I hadn't seen you in a minute. You stop in every so often, so I wanted to say hey to you while you're here.
5th is Saturday. Oh, that'd be cool. No, that's the ship date, though, so we wouldn't actually get it during live. Bummer. I do want to thank Nelson for sending me his pins. Oh, and LPL, if you're still here, we got your... I did send you your Lock Force goodies, but it came back because I still had your old address. And by the way, in case you didn't know, they're not forwarding stuff anymore. They send that shit right back. So... I don't know how long of a forward you had set up or what, but thank you, Nelson, for sending me your little pins. This is just like this guy right there. Nelson Lock and Key had him some pins made up. Neat idea to leave your customers, you know, good idea. Through Sticker Mule. I'll try to remember to post my link every time you order through Sticker Mule, or if you set up an account through Sticker Mule, if you use my link, which I'll try to go back in and post at the end of this video, we do get a credit. That credit helps Lockforce because Kim starts her round of remailing out. So those of you who have not gotten stuff, international who have not gotten your packages, they're going to all be dealt with in the coming week. And hopefully everybody gets their treat before Christmas, before the end of the year. So we're going to start with the international folks, get their stuff out. Night Owl, you're going to be going out too during that time, and then a whole new round of stuff. So stay tuned if you're signed up on our thing. 6 months of forwarding. Hey, it's going back out. You'll get it eventually. We set it aside and it'll go back out. But I was like, you know what? He did move. Dang it. So then I went and looked at your channel and got the right address. So we updated it. It'll come out. But yes. It'll come again with everybody else's, hopefully in time for Christmas. And then those 6 of you who I had the list for, y'all will be getting a little something extra. A little something extra. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for being here. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Switch to that screen. Orange guy. I keep using the same orange guy. I'm out of here because I've got to finish filming a couple of video segments and then go home and eat some turkey and cranberry sauce, stuff like that. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. We'll see y'all next weekend. We are going into the last month of live. It is the home stretch. Boom, December. The last 5 more Saturdays, 4 or 5 more Saturdays left in this year. We're going to try to make them epic. We're going to try to do something. We didn't even do the locks that we've lost this week. We did have some locks that we lost this week. It was more latches than anything. So missed out on throwing locks. I even set up the white bucket to try to kill it. But alas, it's not to be. So, well, anyway. Yeah, everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Another thanks out to Daz. I don't know. Daz hasn't been on, has he? He hasn't been on a couple. He's overseas, so he may just be busy. Am I sending him rubber ducks? No. I can't even get his address right, much less send him rubber ducks. Yes, Lockforce disassemble! Everybody have a safe weekend. And, yeah, we'll catch you next video. Oh, don't forget your little pens. Have a little plastic, like, scratch off the plastic face. It's got a little protector face, so if yours looks like crap, then scrape off your plastic. Always remove plastic. Even when you're putting on door locks that have the plastic coating, please just remove the plastic. Don't leave it on there for a decade so it can shine through. Shine through. Got my little Lockforce pen. Alrighty, y'all. Have a great one. We'll catch you next video. Where's the button for this thing? Somewhere over here. Phew.